Hi, this is Theo from paperback.com. Today I'm going to talk more in detail about the Strathmore 400 series watercolor sketchbook. I actually have another video that featured this sketchbook, but in that video I talked more about the sketches that were inside. So in this video I'm just going to focus on this sketchbook and give it a proper review. This is the Strathmore 400 series watercolor sketchbook, or I think they call it the journal. Anyway, mine is the paperback version, so this is quite flimsy. The good thing is they have a hardcover version also, and that is the version that I recommend. The paperback version is very difficult to draw on if you are outdoors and you don't have a hard surface to work on, like a table. So when I was outdoor sketching with this book, which is most of the time, I had to put my sketchbook on the lap, and usually the covers is bent like this and it would just move around, so it's very difficult to draw on a moving surface. The cover has a very nice texture to it, and it's quite, how should I say, prone to marks like this because I put something heavy onto the sketchbook, but after a while it would just go away, or you can use something harder to press down, it would just go away. It's not an issue like that. I actually do quite like all these random marks. They give it some characteristic. The sketchbook, with this sketchbook you can open wide, flat, so that's one good advantage. And the stitching is quite good as well, because they left some area here for the stitching to breathe, so you can open the sketchbook wide. Let's take a closer look at the paper. This is 300 GSM paper. I emailed Strathmore. They told me that there's no cotton content in this paper, so I will be careful when I use it because I don't want the paper fiber to come off. Usually watercolor paper with cotton content, they are much more durable. You can apply many layers of glazing over it and it will still be durable and strong. But for paper without cotton content, I don't use a lot of layers, so usually I just use one layer or two layers. This is cold pressed paper, and there's some sort of a nice texture on it. There's not much of a machine grain or recognizable pattern, so it does take watercolor quite well. Not as good as real cotton paper, of course, but it does take watercolor quite well. So these are some of my sketches. The colors come out quite vibrantly and come out the way that I like them. This is good for pen and ink sketches because even though it's a cold press surface, it's not that rough compared to other cold press paper. So I use this for ink drawings as well. When it comes to ink drawing, there's something to note. Let me zoom in closer. I use Noodler's ink for this sketch. Noodler's ink in a fountain pen. So Noodler's ink is not a fast drawing ink, it's a very slow drawing ink. So even though I waited for this sketch to dry, but somehow when I closed the sketchbook, on the next day I found that the ink actually smudged. So these are the little areas that smudge, and this happened quite a few times in other pages as well. For pages that did not smudge, I think I used some other pens, but for pen and ink sketches, I would avoid using Noodler's ink the next time. So just to prevent this, you should use pens that have pigment ink, for example many of the Uniball pens. For example, this sketch doesn't have much smudging ink, and if you watercolor over your pen and ink sketches, then you won't have that problem. But if it's just a black and white ink sketch, then there's going to be problems like this. So that's quite unsightly. This is quite a good watercolor sketchbook. I like it, but this is not the best that I think. I have seen some that are slightly better, such as the one from Global Art Materials. but this is quite good for the price that they are selling it at. The paper color is actually off-white. Just for comparison, let me put in a sketchbook with white paper. This is white, so this is off-white. It does make the watercolor sketches appear a bit warmer because of the off-white creamy tone. This is a good sketchbook for the price. It's actually quite affordable, so it's a good deal. The only thing I want to say again is get the hardcover version because it's easier to draw with a hard backing on it. And do not use noodles ink. Try to look for a pen with pigment ink or just use some sort of quick drying ink with this sketchbook. But overall, it performs quite well with watercolor. It's quite a good quality sketchbook. I would recommend this. I will post a link to the text review. If I have any updates, I will update the text review so you can check it out. I also post some links to where you can find this sketchbook if you want to buy this to try. That's all for my review today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so for more art product reviews, sketching tips and techniques, and sketchbook features. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye.